truth be told, Diddy wouldn't want none of this stuff done to his daughters. Diddy can't even conceive of his daughters dating. Like he can't even wrap his head around that there's actually going to be boys involved in his daughter's life at some point. I remember watching an interview and Ellen was asking him about that, and it's like he was sitting there like he realized for the first time that they were not just going to stay little forever. I don't know whether he did or didn't do it, but because she's a Virgo, I would be pressed to believe that he didn't do all those things if she put it in writing and took it to court, because Virgo is all about the details and Virgo is all about the receipts, because Virgo knows people lie. Okay? That's one thing Virgo hates is a liar, because Virgo knows people lie. And Virgo knows what? We cannot grow in lies. That's one thing Virgo and Sagittarius get, is that we cannot grow in lies. If we can't tell each other the truth, which is from God, because God is what? The truth and the light. Being smart is part of being a truthful person, because people that lie are living in a Delulu land where they're imagining facts that are not real. They're making up shit to stroke their little ego, their little fragile ego, as opposed to going to their creator and say, make my ego stronger. Make me a stronger person. Make me somebody that can handle this truth so I can develop from this truth. So let's hope that's what Diddy did when he decided to agree to that settlement, that he really meant what he said is, I'm going to be brother love. I'm going to be more loving. That's what he meant. That he just did that just so he can turn the page and continue on his own spiritual mission. Capricorn, Scorpio, and Aquarians, God's work. That's all they do is God's work. Because those people will keep you honest, whether you like it or not, because they're not with the bullshit. Okay? They're not with the bullshit. I'm not about to be crawling my way through life for you to come here and try to sell me some bullshit. Like, I know bullshit when I see it. I was born in bullshit. Like, who do you think you're talking to? Like, you guys are, I guess that's what being delusional does. It makes you so severely intellectually challenged that you cannot possibly differentiate between what is real and what is a fantasy. Some of you are so good at bullshit that you would literally create drama and make yourself the victim of that very story that you created. That takes some creativity. That takes some special art. That is a special art form. For you to literally create drama with somebody that was minding their business, and then for you to get hit with the karma that you created, that you deserve, and still make yourself the victim. How does that work? It's a high level of audacity for sure. High level of creativity for sure. And good luck with that, because the reason why God gave that to you is so that you learn. But the fact that you're still bitching about it tells me you're not learning. And that's the thing about our good old creator, God, source, spirit, whatever you want to call God. God will keep in that ass until you got it. Okay? So you might as well do yourself a favor and just repent, heal, whatever you got to do, and get your shit together, because the wrath that you give to your brothers and sisters will come back to your door, because you're the originator. You are the creator. You are a god. What you create on this earth is yours. You take that karma with you in your next life. I'm not taking your karma with me. You're not taking mine. I'm taking mine. I don't get to sit around and blame you for my karma, because karma comes from the universe. It comes from God. I'm not higher than God. So even if I mean harm to you, let's go with that hypothesis. Even if I mean you harm, because I'm not God, if I raise my hand to hit you, even if I mean you harm, do you know that God can strike me in that moment and I could fall to the ground like I never existed? Do you know that? Do you know I'm not the most high? Do you know that? So that's why you need to be more afraid of God than you are of these humans. That's why you need to be more mindful of God than you are of these humans. Because at the end of the day, when these snakes, these snaky, slithering humans try to act nice, but they're really two-faced and backstabbing and doing all kinds of evil behind your back, guess who's looking out for you? Guess who's looking out for you? Your creator. That's it. So if you're looking for faithfulness and loyalty, that's where you need to go looking for it. Y'all are looking in the wrong place for some of these things. And no human that's going to be able to give you 100% loyalty. Some of them are really good at it, more so than others, but no, everybody's going to disappoint you in this realm, because you are surrounded with a bunch of wounded ass people. Where did you think this was? This is not the heavens. And look at the stuff that humans do here. Look at this stuff. Go ahead and read that 35-page document that Cassie filed against Diddy. And then talk to me about the humans after that. And he probably thinks he's a good person. People can do all sorts of horrendous things and still see themselves in a positive light. That is how humans are. Don't ever assume that this is right in somebody's head just because they're speaking to you. Ever. You should always assume that there's some wickedness when you're dealing with a human. Period. Because nobody's an angel. But when God has decided that you deserve a certain punishment for what you did, if you are smart, you are working on yourself so you're never in that position again. Because we all make mistakes, but the goal is to learn from it and rise above so we become better people. But those of you that refuse to do that work are those of you that keep feeling stuck in life and keep going around in circles and wondering why everything keeps, why your life is not prospering while everybody else is moving on up and you're still stuck behind. It's because you're not learning. You want to graduate, but you don't want to do your homework. You want to graduate, but you don't want to go to class. You want to graduate, but you don't want to take notes. Okay, can we stop being lazy before we demand things? Can we put in the work? How did you deal with your childhood trauma? Where are you coming? How are you coming with that? Where are you with that work? So you want good love, but you a hateful lover. You want good love, but you're terrible to the person you're dating. Okay, so you want good love, but you're putting people down and making fun of people. I'm gonna leave. Okay, I'm gonna leave because one of the things that really frustrate me about people is stupidity. I'm just gonna be honest. Stupidity. People that can't think and won't think cannot bother to engage the brain that God has given them. You literally have a computer sitting on top of your neck, and that computer gathers data for you every single day and gets you to understand how 1 + 1 is 2 every single day. And yet, you don't seem to comprehend what the fuck is going on in your life when you are in the driver's seat of your life. Nobody's doing this to you. You're doing this to you. Where are you looking? Where are you looking? Look here. Look here. Where would Cassie have found all this data to file this lawsuit? Where would she have found it if you were not doing any of these things? An unevolved person is like, focus on the fact that now she's taking me to court. Now I got to pay all this money. No. Why did this even happen? In what world is it okay for us to take a 19-year-old, put her under our wings, and treat her in any of these ways? Always ready to point the finger. You did that. You did that. You did that. And you still want growth. Okay. So you want to avoid all the work. You just want to be lazy, right? We're just not going to think. We're not going to read. We're not going to self-assess. We're not going to self-examine. We're not going to see what role we played into our own demise. We're not going to do anything that we can do to try to, get a shred of wisdom from the pain that we've suffered and see how we can use that to elevate ourselves into a higher version of ourselves. Instead, we're just going to sit back and blame everybody for our sad, poor little life because poor me, poor me. For me, life is so hard. Life is so hard on me. I have the worst life ever. Oh, I'm so sad. It's disgusting. And it's a waste of a human life. Do you know how many dead people wish I could get a do-over? Some of you need to go work in hospice. Some of you need to go volunteer in hospice so you can understand how serious life is. Because maybe y'all need to be around death, okay? Some of y'all are not going to get it until you're volunteering, in an environment where people are dealing with death. When you're dealing with people that are dying, that some of you need that so your eyes can open to how serious life is. Because that shit can be gone like that. And the spiritual assignment that you were sent here for, you still got to answer for that. So you think God just brought you here and gave you a house and clothes and all these benefits and eyes and mouths and nose and hands and legs, all that so you could just not praise God? You think God gave you all of these gifts so that you don't do nothing good with it, huh? So you thought it was all about you? You thought this whole ride was about you? You thought God just brought you here for you? You don't think it was about a bigger plan? Okay. Well, good luck, baby. I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully by then your eyes will be open. And then we can have a more honest conversation because clearly at this time, you are too far gone for me to help you. Okay? I've always known since I was a child that my life was not mine. I don't ever remember thinking that my life was mine, even since I was a baby, since I was a kid, as long as I could think. I knew my life was God's life. I knew nothing here belonged to me. And I knew that I was here to play a part. Notice a part, meaning there's a role, there's expectations, there's a code of conduct. Some of y'all don't want to follow the rules, but you still feel entitled to the benefits. Okay. Okay. Must be fun over there. I'm going to stay over here in the light because I know the only way to success is in love and light. And when people are on their deathbed, let me tell you, that's all they care about. They don't care about none of this shit. None of it. When you get close to death, that's when everything gets crystal clear for you. And seeing my friend die recently has definitely put a spin on some of that for me. So I was already aware of that, but more than anything, she's helped me realize how important love is, you know, because a lot of people that are going around that are being hateful are people that weren't properly loved. When you were not properly loved by your parents, it's your responsibility to properly love yourself. That's your responsibility. It's not theirs. Your parents did the very best job they could do for you. All parents do the best they can. I know people that had challenging relationships with their parents hate to hear that because they feel like it lets the parent off the hook. And I'm not saying that. Like, just because I'm saying they did their best doesn't mean their best was enough. I'm not saying their best was enough. I'm saying that's the best they could do. So if you weren't loved properly by your parents, it's your job to reparent yourself. But for you to go around the world and abusing people because you didn't get enough hugs, because you didn't get enough I love yous, and you didn't get enough, you're special, you matter in this world, you're going to be somebody because you didn't get enough, you're the best, you're beautiful, you're talented, you're smart, you're great. And for you to think that you can do that and not get a reaction from the universe is beyond, it's beyond my words can't even come out because I'm like, how stupid do you have to be to think that there's an action in this universe that does not have a reaction? Like, how stupid are you? Because a toddler knows that when they throw that toy on the floor, they watch it bounce. It's a fucking toddler. And you're how old? And you still don't understand that every action has a reaction? Do you need my 5-year-old to come explain it to you? Like, what is the matter? What is the matter? Oh, you think you're exempt from the basic laws of the universe? Because that is a fucking basic law of the universe. Okay? It's called gravity. Look up Newton's third law. Google it and read it. That's basically the explanation of karma. Every action has a reaction. When you choose to do evil things, there will be an evil reaction. Because you get what you give. You get what you give. What you bring to earth is what earth gives you back. If you grow evil seeds, you will reap evil fruits. Hello? So, for those of you that are on the right side of this conversation, I'm going to stop talking to the others. Start with the end in mind in everything that you choose to do in this world. Start with what is your intent. And everything you do, set your intentions. Because you will manifest a lot faster if you stay connected to your intentions. It's not about your actions. This is what Virgo still doesn't get. And that's why Virgo struggles with manifestation a lot worse than Pisces. Pisces knows it's about the intent. Because we are what? Spirit beings. Virgo thinks we're just humans. No, it's about the intention. Because the intention is what activates that energy inside of my heart space, my heart chakra. And that's what you feel. So when I give you a gift with intentions and I intend for you to feel something specific and it's something good, you're going to feel that tenfold when I give it to you because I put my intention behind it. And because my heart is pure, it's going to be even louder. So start with your intent. What do I intend to do with this act? And then if you examine that and you lift that act, and you examine the intent, which is what I call the roots of the act, if you notice that underneath there's some things that are not so clean, then focus on cleaning that up. Because having good intentions is way more spiritually powerful than having good actions. Because people can do things to look good, but when you have good intentions, your heart is good. Do you see the difference? And keeping your heart pure and good is the purpose of life, because that's what connects us to our Creator. Because God is what? Love, truth, and light. Okay? I love y'all. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you again next week. Au revoir. Thanks for watching.